This is episode 8 of the Jordan Davis podcast. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Jordan Davis podcast. I'm your host, Jordan Davis, of course. And on today's episode, we got some crazy movie news to talk about. So let's get right into it. So first on the list, we got some Kylo Ren news. Now, if you haven't heard about this news, I wouldn't call it news, but I would call it a rumor. Now, this rumor started, I would say, a couple of weeks ago. And the rumor was that Kylo Ren, Ben Solo, will have his mask back. But it's not going to be the same kind of mask that we've seen in The Force Awakens, The Last Jedi, or the kind of mask that we're talking about, the new kind of mask. But it's familiar at the same time. So the kind of mask that in the description of this rumor is he's going to rebuild his mask, but it's going to have red cracks in the middle. So I have to be honest. When I heard this rumor, I had some mixed feelings about it. I was thinking, okay, why is he wearing this mask? Because that's what was my first reaction, because when he smashed that mask in The Last Jedi, I thought he was done with it. I thought he would never use it again because he was truly accepting who he truly was. He was moving on. Then I thought about it. I was thinking, what use does he have for that mask now? Because we had all that development with Kylo Ren / Ben Solo. Why would he wear it again? I just didn't understand until I thought about it. It has to be for story reason. Because if you think about it, once he removed that mask, he wasn't just revealing himself. He was revealing everything about him, especially to Rey. We got so much backstory and detail with Kylo Ren, Ben Solo, in The Last Jedi than anyone else. And if you take it from Ben Solo's perspective, he put it all on the line for Rey. He took a leap of faith and he got burned in his eyes because he's never done this before with anyone, and he got his heart broken from his point of view. And so maybe it's the reason he is going to wear that mask again, because that's the only way he knows. That's his comfort zone. That's where he feels comfortable the most. Because he tried doing something new and it just burned him. It just caused him more pain. But I do think this is good for Ben Solo's redemption, because the cracks in the mask symbolize something. I think it symbolizes that he is barely holding on to the Kylo Ren persona. I think that's what those cracks represent, and that he needs glue just to keep it together. And slowly and surely, Ben Solo is coming back into his personality. Now, I would not be worried that he's going to wear the helmet for most of the movie. I don't think so. I think he's going to wear it for about first 10-15 minutes and it's gone. Because they're building up to something that's going to be really big. And it's going to be the plot twist. Because everybody's expecting it's going to go one way. I guarantee you it's going to go another. Because if you look at the sequel trilogy, the plot twist always surrounds around Kylo Ren. It did it in The Force Awakens when he killed Han Solo. But to be honest, I think we kind of knew once Han Solo went on that bridge, there's only one way that's going to end in his death. But as we all know, Han's death was the beginning of Kylo Ren's, Ben Solo's redemption. So then that leads us into The Last Jedi. What was the plot twist there that no one saw coming? He killed Snoke, and he teamed up with Rey. And for that split second, I guess more than a split second, for a moment, he was on the good side. Until he immaturely lost focus. He wanted the throne, but he also wanted Rey too. So now here we are, in whatever episode 9 is going to be called. He is the supreme ruler. He is trying to be the intimidating Jedi killer that he was in The Force Awakens. But he's a totally different person now. He is nowhere close to the Kylo Ren that he was in The Force Awakens. Because now he's just trying to hold on to what is left of the Kylo Ren persona. So, if you ask my opinion, how long will he have this mask on? Not very long. It could be about 15 minutes in the movie, or it could be the first time he meets and sees Rey again in episode 9. Because I guarantee you that mask is coming off very early in the movie. Now, that's just my speculation. He can have the mask on for the half of the movie, and the other half of the movie, he can have the mask off. I don't know. But I think I'm convinced now that this mask is going to help him towards his redemption because of those cracks symbolizing that the armor and hold that Kylo Ren has over Ben Solo is fading away, and eventually when it cracks and breaks, Ben Solo will be back. I kind of see it going like how Anakin was turned to the dark side in Return of the Sith, just a totally different way. Just the reverse of that in episode 9 for Ben Solo. He's going to make a choice that changes the plot around, and I don't know if everyone's going to be shocked. I'm surely not going to be shocked. And I'm excited how that will happen. I don't know when in the movie is going to take place, but I'm going to be excited when it does happen. So, there's that little Kylo Ren news and rumor. Now, let's get to the topic at hand for this episode. The crazy week of Marvel Studios. Now, when I say crazy week, I'm talking about the 3 trailers that was supposed to come out in 1 week, but actually 2 came out. Now, let's start with the Captain Marvel trailer. So, that trailer premiered on Monday Night Football at halftime. And let's have a little backstory on what I thought on the first trailer. I did not like the first trailer at all. I thought it was pretty dull. It did not get me into Captain Marvel. So I had to wait judgment on when the second trailer came out for Captain Marvel. So now that I've seen the Captain Marvel second trailer, what do I think? Let me tell you this right now. I want to see the movie now. Some people have said it's pretty much the same until the last couple of moments of the trailer. I see that. I understand that. And maybe that was the very thing that wants me to see this movie, was the ending moments of the second Captain Marvel trailer. But you have to admit that two ending moments of the trailer is exactly what a person like me needed, because I needed excitement. I needed a reason why I should believe that Captain Marvel, this powerful female superhero, has any chance to go up against Thanos, who beat the likes of Doctor Strange, Iron Man, Captain America, Hulk, all those superheroes with the greatest of ease. So I need to learn, how can Captain Marvel match Thanos? How can Captain Marvel help the Avengers out? What does she bring to the table? I need to know that in this movie. Now, what am I expect Captain Marvel to do at the box office? It's going to be an interesting way how the general audience reacts to Captain Marvel, because if you think of it, Marvel fans are going to support this movie. It's going to come down to what the critics and general audience thinks. But if I'm just going off my gut feeling, I think it can be a really good movie, but I could see this maybe doing some Doctor Strange numbers. I don't think it's going to do Black Panther numbers, but I think it's going to be better like Ant-Man, Ant-Man and the Wasp. It's going to be a good movie. And I do think it could hit 800 million. I don't know. We're going to have to see how the critics and all the other people think. This is a brand new character that no one knows about. And it's going to be very interesting how they react to Marvel's first ever female-led superhero movie. So, going to the big trailer that was released by Marvel Studios was Avengers 4. And we found out what the trailer was all about. We found out what the title was, Avengers Endgame. To me, it's an okay trailer. It was an okay title. It didn't give us anything that we don't know. If you've seen Infinity War, they're dealing with the aftermath of what Thanos did after the snap. I think we got some confirmations of what it's like on Earth, that 50% of all living creatures are gone with one snap. And that's pretty harsh and depressing. And I think they went in the right direction that they should go, because you should be sad, you should be depressed if that actually happened. And like I said, the trailer didn't really show us anything new. I mean, we did see some confirmations and stuff. We saw Hawkeye is back, but he's not Hawkeye, he's Ronin. And we found out that Ant-Man gets out of the quantum realm. We don't know how he gets out, right? But I think that's good. They should say that. They did exactly what they needed. They didn't need to do anything big and grand. They just need to show you kind of where your characters are at and what they are teasing to, because this is actually a teaser trailer. I don't think you should expect any big things revealed in the teaser trailer. Now, I think they're going to reveal some big things in the full trailer. And I think that's going to reveal some hefty things. But I think they did a good job. And, you know, there's so many theories out there of how does Captain Marvel play in all this. right? How does the quantum realm play in all?